West Coast will move into the top 8 with a win. They could move up to 7th. They could push Collingwood out of the top 8. That's what it means for the Eagles, and we're underway. Naitanui up high. Shuey kick smothered by Armitage. Tackle late by Jones. Hearn. Nicely worked. Stanley having influence.
It's a fast track. There's plenty of fast players, and that's a fast start by the Saints that they're chasing.
And Mill gets 50. This will be a certain goal. And there's the first of the afternoon.
The tactics across half-back. I'll come back to it.
Stanley the flick down, and it's Lane the knock on. Milne working hard, kickable by his standards. Oh, if Milne's on, the Saints are on. Stanley kicked it off the deck. Geary to Jones. They've got the runners. He drives it through this time, Stanley. He's already had a sider. Needs to nail this. Big time delivery that. I've got the first 3. Donnell chases. Needs to flick it over. He gathers. Rewalt says now kick it back to the spot. Meister. Well played by Donnell.
Being led to the ball there again. Really nice disposal.
For a 4-goal-to-1 start. Awesome from the Saints. Rosa. Used his body. Embley back of the pack. Hams wants it in the square. Embley sees him now. Hams almost on his own. Feeding back on Waimata. All the way home, Andrew Embley. Shepherd, good hands this time. Naitanui got it.
Magnificent mark, magnificent kick.
Nick Naitanui, that's the probability all players from this spot, 41%. But when you're a superstar like Naitanui, nothing's impossible.
But he just left Cox all alone out the back, so it was a poor decision in the end.
Quick play on, and a clever play on from Cox. It was always going to be tough. Scott Selwood, we have talked about that a bit. You have to turn in the air in that situation, at least make it look as if your attention is the ball. Last kick of the quarter. And they have the momentum. Naitanui was the fire starter. You'd think his heart rate was racing, even though his face didn't tell you, and wants to make amends, Stephen Milne. He owed them one, and he gives them one. When he's on, he is a superstar, Stephen Milne. Rewalt runs for him. Milne wants it back, you'd think. McAvoy's forward, Meister's forward, Stanley's forward, Meister's ball, plays on and goals. Perfect fast break football from defence. Copybook. And now Wilston can go. They might be able to create a score. Sits it up for Darling. Has position 1A.
Perfect kick. The kick from Wilson in the middle of the ground.
He can go.
Magnificent.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a good inclusion, and game 1's been spectacular. But this is huge. This is massive. And on the bell, that's a punch to the jaw. That's landed.
Well, that's disappointing. Well, it is, because he did hold him one. I think there's no doubt he was trying to guard him, but he actually just for half a second held his jumper.
To the booze. To make it a 1-kick game. What pressure. Top shelf from Andrew Embley.
The Montagne's on if he can find him.
Ignores Rewalt. He goes longer. Montagne, can he jump on Rewalt's head? Rewalt anyway, on cue. You'll hear the roar. He's their 5-time best and fairest. On that score, he's the greatest they've ever had.
Hearn running with Meister, it means that he's so accountable, he can't fade off.
Jones, the crumb. Trent Dennis Lane, the pocket. And he slots it. Oof. Scott Selwood, arms free. Little 1-2 with Wilson. Kerr.
No target forward, though.
Now Darling gets back into the space.
Did well.
And maybe within range. From outside 50, he strikes it well.
Wow.
It's long, it's strong, it's majestic. It's a 2-goal game.
Into it, Hams, out of all, only touched it half a dozen times.
G. Brennan can gallop here. Had some space. McKenzie. So this is rare.
No, that was a really good kick.
Eric McKenzie hasn't kicked a goal all year. He's kicked 1 goal in 88 games.
Make that 2.
He should move forward more often. That was poetry. This is big. Sidestep. Hasn't seen it all day. Makes it his moment.
Is outstanding, Shawnee Dempsey.
Yeah, he
doesn't get
can play
beaten very rarely one-on-one.
Cox was held, I think.
Oh,
He was. He's worse than 50-50, but at his best, he'll nail this. And that's a massive shot in the arm for the West Coast Eagles. Flicked out by Scott Selwood to Shepherd to Darling to make it a 1-point game. And the temperatures are rising here at Etihad. It's all square. Saunders.
the Milne's on one leg. I was looking and...
Milne could go for goal. This is for the lead back.
What a goal.
Stunning from Stephen Milne.
Oh, no, very good decision.
Yeah.
Great decision. Great tackle, Jack Stevens.
Here you go, Pritis.
They have to have a Cox or a Nat Nui there because their whole structure, their game plan essentially revolves around the long kick.
I hope you're enjoying this show. These two are putting on a Sunday afternoon special. On the left, centering kick. Cox, was he held? Umpire said no. Bounces to Pritis. Spins into a tackle. Appeared to have pride. Wins a push. To the boos. With 9.5 minutes left. For the first time today, the West Coast Eagles lead.
Yeah, good decision. Good decision.
Had a great game, Geary.
To Armitage, uses the 15 and drives it.
Milne.
Stephen Milne, back of the pack, can waltz in. He waltzes in Milne style. He's got 5. Straight down the middle to Nat Nui territory. He's got 4 to beat as always. The flick on works. Outside of the boot, Rosa. This will tumble.
McKenzie Meister.
pumping hard.
Oh,
Meister
Meister's
falls.
over.
This is for the lead.
He's fallen
McKenzie, open goal. This is crazy good.
Well, what they need to do now is get an extra behind the ball, West Coast, and just ice the clock. They need to get someone behind the ball and go long down the line.
Nat Nui, and it's over. The West Coast Eagles 2013 is alive again. And this game has been phenomenal.
Magnificent win, guys. That is a magnificent win. Brave St Kilda, but the West Coast Eagles beautifully called, Dwayne. I'm lost for words, Jared.